Hello folks, this is Steve A.B. for you. You know, sometimes things come together at an unusual time in the news. Now, nothing in this episode is a promotion, nor is it a recommendation. And what I'm about to show you is already more or less stale news. I was scrolling down, and there's a lot of, oh, look at this one. Amazon made $1 billion through secret price rising algorithm. I thought you got stuff cheaper, says the FTC. And this is excerpts Project Nessie to identify specific products for which it predicts other online stores will follow Amazon's price increases. So they want to. So it was an algorithm to get what the market will bear. Sell it at a price that the market will bear. That's an old saying. Sell at a price that the market will bear. Answer and explanation. If a firm is pricing its products based on whatever the market will bear, it means the firm is charging as high a price as consumers will be ready to pay. This can be done by firms that enjoy consumer loyalty. It can also be done when a firm is selling a new innovative product. And this is from something called homework.study.com. So it sounds like it's an academic. What does LinkedIn say? What is what the market will bear? This is 2017. When asking business people how to set price, I often hear the answer, charge what the market will bear. Think about that answer for a second. What does it mean? The underlying sentiment is positively spot on. We should set our prices based on what our customers are willing to pay, not based on our costs. However, what is the market and how much will it bear? The problem with the statement is markets are made up of companies and or people. Each one is different. Each has a different willingness to pay. If you price low enough, the single price may capture the whole market. However, you will be giving many customers a much lower price than they're willing to pay. If you price high to capture the profit from those who will pay the most, you will be missing out on a profitable business at the low end. Now think of those two extremes. The FTC lawsuit was filed in September. It's November now. But many details were withheld until Thursday when a version of the lawsuit with fewer redactions was made public in district court in Seattle. Amazon, which has 1 billion items in its online superstore, created a secret algorithm internally codenamed Project Nessie to identify specific products for which it predicts other online stores will follow Amazon's price increases. Amazon used Project Nessie to extract more than $1 billion directly from American pocketbooks, the FTC said. So they're saying that other people adjust their prices. Is that price fixing? Other people adjust their online, adjust their price for the same product, like say Newegg. Newegg sells computer stuff that you can also get on Amazon, as an example. I can think of other stores online. So if Amazon identifies as a product that if they know that other online retailers will move their price to try to stay attract customers according to what Amazon does. In other words, if Amazon has a lower price, the Newegg has to lower its price too. And if Amazon moves up on a name brand item, then Newegg knows its algorithm can move a price up on the catalog because it's an online catalog, it's not printed, it's not like the old Sears and Roebuck catalog that's on paper, and the prices can fluctuate within minutes, and I've seen that happen at Amazon. It was like Amazon followed me. As I looked at something, it showed me a certain price. Then I went and looked at some other names that would be the same thing. This is usually like hardware parts. And then when I would come back like in an hour, the price by a particular one of the sellers had changed to try to get me to buy it. I noticed that kind of stuff going on within Amazon when multiple sellers are selling the same product and they're on the same listing. But apparently others are doing the same thing, watching Amazon as the beacon. So Amazon got clever. They began apparently shifting their prices around in such a way as to see what the market will bear in terms of competitors, how far up a competitor was willing to go Do you follow? But then if Amazon went too high and the competitor didn't follow up, then they would lose the business to Newegg. Maybe Newegg didn't think it was big enough to try to pull the reverse thing on Amazon. As soon as they seen the Amazon price, they underbid it by 50 cents on like a $40 hard drive. And the FTC's got them in court for that? Why don't they have all of them in court for that? Not just Amazon. Why are they beating on the biggest one? Because the biggest one is corrupting everybody else? But they're all doing the same thing. When I say all, not really. Because if you look, you'll see there are people selling 16 terabyte external drive. This one, and this one are the same. This is more expensive because of an added feature. This one is Newegg $279.99. Best Buy $279.99. Amazon $290.94. I didn't look this up ahead of time. This is an item I bought a bunch of in the last year. Let's look at it on Amazon. Right now, somebody called Andromeda, which is a well-known, actually online computer parts and software place, I think it's in New York, $290.94. Two left in stock. But it looks like right now on Amazon, there's only one other seller of this. And it's a used one, good, for $257.59. And it's from Amazon Warehouse. It's a return. Now this why did I go to this example? Because a month ago, I was in exactly this position with respect to buying this drive from Amazon. And I decided to buy one of, now I only want to buy it when it's Amazon actually selling it. But I bought at the higher price new, I bought one, I think I've mentioned in another video, and I bought the used one. And there was a small price differential just like that. And I wanted to see what it was like to get the Amazon return. Because I have a way of checking it to see if somebody had already used it. As far as all as I could see, no one had actually used it. They really just returned it. Or Amazon has somebody refurbishing them to make them look like the hard drive layout was the way it came from the factory. I'm not going to explain any further than that. I placed my order. And 2 days later, when I was on a Friday, late, 2 days later on Sunday, when I went to check my order, same drive, now Amazon's got them up the wazoo, and the price for the new one, untouched, not a warehouse return, was the same price as the one I bought the used one for. 2 days difference, less than 48 hours. It fluctuates like that depending on when they get a whole bunch of them in, and these are so popular they sell out right away, and then there's the other people plus the warehouse returns. And it fluctuates back and forth between those two scenarios from week to week, because I've been watching it. Now think of it in terms of that FTC Reuters article. Let's look at Newegg. Now, the manufacturer's suggested retail price really is $390, but nobody sells them for that because with the changing environment with COVID and all that stuff, the chips that go into making memory and also hard drive disks, platters, are now in surplus, that there was a lot of buying of stuff for home computing, work from home, but now the COVID's over and there's a big shift. Desktop PC sales went up during COVID and are going down now again noticeably. See, they're all related. So it's sold and shipped by Newegg, and they're selling them. Oh, look up here. Up here they say it used to cost $669.99 when it first came out. and wasn't quite this technology several years ago. But this new model is fairly recent, and it's very popular, and I've got a bunch of them, and that's why I'm talking about it. But we can't see the price. Now, $279. You can get a 14 terabyte for $269 for just $10. Never mind the arithmetic. And Best Buy. Now, here's the question. Do you have to order it online, or can you pick it up at a Best Buy store? One of the things they do is they're offering you payment options, right? Choose a store for pickup availability. Enter zip code for shipping availability. Let's try pickup availability. Store near 27203, which is Asheboro. And it says that I can get it at the Greensboro store, and I know where it is. But I have to drive 23.2 miles. I know where it is. And I can get another one in Burlington. Oh, there it is. It's over here. I can get it in Burlington. Some of these items are extremely competitive. They represent major buying flows. If you sit around and don't have a strategy, you can't become the world's biggest. So after we read those definitions, after you've heard my little story about how rapidly the situation can change, and when we see that right now at this moment, Amazon itself doesn't have any left in stock in its warehouses, and it has to show you a competitor called Andromeda, which is selling it at their usual more than, not the cheapest price anyway. You know what they're hoping? You know what Andromeda is hoping for? Let's see if it really is in New York. See, Andromeda Galaxy. We just put computers, your tech hubs. Shop Andromeda now. Extend your creativity. 14 days of deals, plus five times. It looks like it's a photography place. Brands. Oh, it is! Canon, Apple, Nikon, Sony, Fujifilm, Bose speakers, Panasonic. So they're selling to the photography crowd. They're hoping they can sell the few of those large hard drives, external hard drives, because somebody needs to store all their digital photos. They figure they won't bother buying from two places if they're paying $1,000 for a camera. Yeah, I need to have the hard drive too. They're not in the business of trying to compete against Amazon for hard drives. So they'll just place the price as high as they can put it and still sell the 10 that they have in their warehouse. When Amazon gets them, they get a few thousand at a time. And they want to be able to move them. and they want to maximize their profit, given that there's Newegg and others and Best Buy that also have 10,000 of them. But they're not competing with Andromeda. Andromeda's not even in the picture. They're a backup seller. When you go in, what I wanted to show you when I went was I was hoping there'd be like six different sellers, and what you would see is there's 2 or 3 that are very closely priced at the $279, and then there are people like Andromeda that have unrealistic prices until everybody's lower price stock runs out, and then only Andromeda is left, and you have the choice of either buying a used one or buying the Andromeda at $30 more. Shipped by Andromeda from Andromeda. They're just using Amazon as another place to advertise that they have it. I think the FTC is full of shit. What do you think? Steve A. before you. Just letting his mind wander, brainstorming it a little bit, saying see you in 73.